My name is Professor Baldy, and I run a school for juvenile delinquents. You might even call them mutants. Trust a few reformed ex-cons: Tangerine, Jeannie Grey, Beastie Boy, Snowcone, and their friends from X-FARCE, Cable TV, Garfarel, Dominoes, and introducing the Newt Mutants. Beware the rest: Magneto, Mistress Piggy, and Cesspool. Now, Parody Press Comics is back with X-FARCE Reloaded #1. Don't miss this extraordinary comics extravaganza with 7 full-color stories of marvelous mutant mayhem. Back this book today for awesome variant covers and original artwork tiers. 48 pages of action and hilarious hijinks by some of comics' funniest talents. Parody Press, making the world laugh again. Only on Indiegogo.
Red light go, I wasn't born to take slowly as my ride. Then I feel my pride, now the middle blows my mind. It's crazy, it's rockabilly road trip, baby. So crazy, it's rockabilly road trip, baby.
Comics are totally awesome. And I'm totally awesome too! BEARDZZERKER has everything you want from a comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got great action, has a little romance, and it's about something. Not just any something. It's a parody of some thing. And I was like, well, I used to collect and I love comic books. And they were like, so, did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then Parody Press was like, oh yeah. So they made a comic book that's a parody of my comic book. And it will probably be pretty hilarious, Because that's what a parody is. Or at least what it's supposed to be. You know, this idea of kind of like a rock and roll warrior. Someone in an altered state. Someone with a big guitar axe. Then a pet cat that's from the hood. Just out of control. Speaking of out of control, there's his beard. It gets bigger and longer throughout the book until it takes on a fantastical life of its own. It's like, whoa! So, check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But honestly, I didn't really do that much, other than rambling on about comics and books. I mean, comic books. Wait, what was I saying? Oh well. Enjoy! BEARDZZERKER from Parody Press. Back it today!
Hey everyone, good morning. It's me, Don Chin. Welcome to another wonderful show of coffee and comics and coffee, however you like to do it. Sometimes I say coffee and comics before I've had my coffee, and then I get it right. So I'm here today with my wonderful Hybrids mug, courtesy of Luke Stone Studios. So Luke, thank you for sending this to me. You can definitely check out Luke's stuff on Indiegogo, his Hybrids campaign. We got a great show today. It's going to be a promo stream. If you're not familiar with the format, what we're going to do is we're going to give each creator that's in our green room about 7 minutes or less to tell us about what they're up to. And I can already see we have about 8 people in the green room already. So that's great. We're going to have a fun show. I have my handy little timer here, which is modeled after Pete Samedi's Timmy the Timer, or Timey Tim, I should say. So this is BEARDZZERKER, and he's going to have a little 7-minute timer on here. And when it goes off, then that kind of gives our guests the clue that their time is up. So hopefully it'll be a fun time. We've got a great show with lots of different creators from all around the world. I see people from the Netherlands and from Wales, Wisconsin. So we can have a lot of fun today. And I just wanted to mention, I did say on my Twitter promo that I was going to share a little bit about BEARDZZERKER. And we just got these cool picks in. The first picks that we got in were a little, they were kind of my test pick. So everybody that was a backer was supposed to get one of these. And we got these in, and they're okay. You know, they're not bad. They've got Bill Mouse's BEARDZZERKER character on it. But we just kind of thought the design on the front was a little, could have been a little crisper. So I went online and I reached out to this company called Picks of Destiny. They're in Florida, and they just delivered these to me yesterday. And I want to show them to you. This is kind of what they look like. So everybody that backed BEARDZZERKER is going to get one of these. So it's a thicker pick than the one I just showed you, but you can see the design and the printing is all. I think it's much better. I'll show you guys kind of before and after. So this one is before, first one prototype. This one's after, and then on the back it's a white pick. Like that. So anyways, we're a little bit behind on BEARDZZERKER. You know, we're probably running at least a month behind, but we are diligently working on getting that book to you guys. Thank you for your patience. Bill Mouse is drawing it, and his daughter, Kat, is coloring it. Keith Gleason is our letterer. And then I also wanted to mention on X-FARCE.com, thank you guys for helping us get that book over $8,000 this last week. It is currently in demand, which means you can actually buy it and have it shipped out to you. We're still running the promotion where you can get free shipping anywhere in the world if you buy all 3 books for $69. And that includes, like I said, shipping overseas. That's like a $30 savings. But in the last week, we added a new featured tier on xfarce.com. And it is Rob Willis, who did this cover, beautiful cover. He only signed like 10 of these issues, and he sent them back to me. So Rob said this is the very first time he's ever been asked to sign a book that he's been involved with that has been printed. So you can see it in a nice, really big black Sharpie pen right there. So then, so Rob sent me these books back after I mailed them to him, and he used some really interesting packing material. He used baby swimming diapers to insulate the comic books. And I thought that was really funny because I know Rob has like 5 kids, and I think he just grabbed whatever he could find to pack the comic books to make sure they weren't either water damaged or dinged or something. So I asked Rob, I said, Rob, would it be okay since you drew a cesspool cover, you know, and cesspool is known for his diaper, if I bundled it with, you know, your kid's unused diaper? And he said, that'd be fine. So if you guys want a Rob Willis signed comic book with an official Willis signed, not signed family diaper, thankfully it's not a used family diaper, but you are going to get an actual Rob Willis family diaper with this. We are the very first crowdfunded comic book, I think, to ever offer a diaper. So anyways, that's on xfarce.com. You can pick that up, I think, for 40, I think we have it for $45. Just a little fun thing there. All right. Last piece of business. Well, I'm going to do this just so you guys are tuning in. Remind me if I forget this, but I said on my Twitter feed that I was gonna do a drawing for 10 comic books that I've been involved with. I'm gonna sign all of these. So at the end of the show, I'm gonna do a drawing, and whoever retweeted this, and I'm gonna pull your number out of this X-FARCE mug. We've got a bunch of numbers, you know, 1 through 32 or something, depending on, you know, which number you were when I look at Twitter. You're going to win all these comic books, and I'm going to send them to you. So they're going to be everything from my 90s era to the 80s to X-FARCE, Reloaded. All these are going to belong to somebody out there. So thank you, guys. Remind me at the end of the show to do that drawing. Hopefully my wife will remind me. But anyways, let's get on with the show. Enough shilling of my own. Let's say hi to the chat. We've got Past Master Dan. Thank you, Past Master, for being here. Arya is in the house. He's launching Tailless today. Very excited to have him on. RJ, hey, Critical Blast. Good to see you, my friend. We have Mike. He's going to be on the show. He's our first guest, all the way from the Netherlands. Critical Blast. I think you're talking about Preston Azevedo's Rockabilly Roadshow. I think that was a little trailer that I played for you guys before. He actually had that hot rod built for that. I think he's trying to do like a pilot and trying to get it sold. So he's got a comic book based on that trailer, which is pretty cool. Thank you for saying that, Mike. Let's see. Sean Davis is in the house. Sean, I got to have you on here. Or if you want to join, there's a link on the YouTube channel, guys, that's pinned up there. So if you want to join the chat and you want to promote yourself this morning, all you got to do is click that and you'll go into my green room. I think I can have up to 10 people waiting. So if you're not able to get in, just be patient. And as people cycle through, you guys will be able to do that. But I'm interested in hearing about Pillow Man and Blanket Boy, which I think is now being published by Starcross. That sounds like right up my alley. Something fun and irreverent. Who else do we got here? Doris is here. Hi, Doris. Nice to see you. And let's see. Apex is here. Hey, Apex. Good to see you, buddy. And let's see. Anybody else? Aria commented a few times. It's launch day. It's launch day. Yes, let's go back out there and back tailless. All right, so guys, let's get in with the show. I'm going to go ahead and get in with my first guest, and let's see, Mike. Hey, good morning.
Hey, good afternoon. Well, it's good evening for me, actually. It just turned 6.
That's right. That's right. You were on my show last week, and we got to meet. We've been on a couple streams, I think, with other hosts.
Yeah, we've been around. We've met each other before.
How you been, man?
Doing all right. My studio is finally pretty much set up, so soon I'll be able to get like this horrible background out of the way, and I'll actually have, you know,
That's all
it's
right,
starting
man.
to look like a studio.
That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up your campaign because I had it. I saw you in the green room. You were like 40 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, I tend to be
So
early.
you're very that's very helpful. Okay, so Mike, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Life on Quora, number 4, Inner Talents. I'm gonna make you the top dog on the screen. All right, so here's Beardzerker is gonna start you with 7 minutes, and make sure his nose is in the right place. All right, he's ticking away, my friend. So, do you want me to just scroll down and you can tell us what's going on, or okay? I have your trailer too, so if you want me to play your trailer, I can play it.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Life on Quora is a series of speculative biology series where we look at a kind of creature, and in a short story we go through a day in their life, what they live like, what kind of society they live in, and this is all on the sci-fi megastructure. So there's no magic involved. They're very easy to get into stories. You just get a single page with explanation on this is the world, this is how it works, and then you get a nice little 32-page story. And so the 4th issue is about the Mysius, who live underwater, and their society is completely set around the individual's inner talent. And so it defines who they talk to, who they live with, you know, pretty much everything. And so this story is about the individual and how they might want to be more than just the thing that they're good at. And it's explained in a very easy, relaxed way. And yeah, it's for all ages. It's very easy to get into, just like every other issue so far. And I love the art my colorist put down for this. Like, I did the inks, I did the pencils. The writing is by Kimberly Kovac, who is new to comic writing. But she did a wonderful job in explaining this entire episode. And there is a little thing going on between Aria and I.
Oh,
where,
really?
Yeah, if you go to the updates for a second.
Okay.
There is a little cross-promotion thing that we're doing right now.
Okay.
So I think it's the one before last. And we unlocked the...
Right here.
There we go, yeah.
Okay.
So, if you back both Life on Quora and Talus, you're getting 2 extra exclusive things. So from me, you're getting a poster with with some exclusive art. And from Aria, you're going to get a trading card with the same art. These are only going to be available if you back both campaigns.
Gotcha. Nice. So, Mike, I kind of commented on this last time you were on, and now that I'm looking at this, did you ever grow up reading like ElfQuest? Did you like that series at all? It kind of reminds me of like no?
No, that's one of the few I haven't read, but I did grow up with all kinds of Franco-Belgian comics because I'm from the Netherlands. And so all the stuff from Belgium and the Netherlands and France and Italy, like all that big epic sci-fi stuff, and just so many different styles, from cartoony like Asterix or Lucky Luke to Storm, which is very highly detailed and watercolored. And so this is pretty much my love letter to it.
Sure.
And just the thing that I want to see more of in comics. So when I was a kid, you would find an Asterix comic of 48 pages. And, you would have a standalone story with awesome characters and a lot of jokes and fun. and a world to explore, even though, it could be the Wild West or ancient Rome or whatever, really. And so 3 years ago, my ex and I were like, we want to make a true fantasy, so no humanoids. And I started sketching around and started thinking up creatures, and we started world building. And that's where Life on Korra 1 came from. Then issue 2 came naturally from that, with a character that I improv'd into Life on Korra 1. And, well, then sadly my ex left me with everything pretty much. And so I looked for new writers. I found 2, and they are wonderful. Issue 3 has been written by Martin Fisher, who is one of the new writers, and Kimberly Kovac is writing this issue. And I hired a colorist, and the quality and the love for the comic comes out from every aspect of it. And it's just wonderful to work with these people. And we're just furthering the love for the medium that we all grew up with and love.
Great.
And yeah, it's really, really awesome to see it do so well, and see the reaction from people reading it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mike, you're well on your way. I mean, your goal was very reasonable, and you're over 400% of what you needed. How much time do you have on your campaign?
12 days now.
Okay, great.
This is the first 30 days, and I don't think I will extend, or it's going to be very limited, because I want to fulfill in August. So this is going to be done at the 11th of July. And so I want to get the proof prints in. It's already being proofread. The comic is pretty much done. There's 5 more pages left to be colored. And then, halfway through August, I want to send out everything, and get everyone their comics with the cheap shipping, the easy going. Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Thank you, BEARDZZERKER.
I was going to ask you, Mike, before you go, let me put you up big screen here. So people can reach you on Twitter. You've got your Twitter handle in your name there.
And then _ints.
Okay, and so everybody, if you want to go to Indiegogo, Aria's been posting the link, and any of the mods that are out there, please feel free to post the link to this wonderful campaign. I look at your campaign, Mike, and I have an aquarium going in my background, and it's very relaxing. Whenever I see the artwork from your story, it puts me in a mellow mood. So I appreciate that. I think what you're doing for all ages is awesome. It's great to see you. I wish you the best for the final 12 days. And
gotta do my best. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm sure you'll be on again, my friend.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. You take care, buddy.
Thanks for
having
having
a good day. All right. Bye-bye. All right. So that's Mike. Boy, we got a full crowd here. We got over 9 other people here. So we were just talking about Aria, and he's actually our next guest that's on the show. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in. It's a big day for him. Aria, how you doing, buddy? You're muted, I think.
Oh, God's sake, there's always a way.
How you been?
I'm really good. I'm so nervous and excited for later on today. I'm like a little bundle of energy, and I don't know what to do with myself because it's all just building up to the launch stream,
Yeah, you have. Are you launching on Red Valkyrie?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
So I'm launching on Red Valkyrie tonight at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 p.m. For anyone in the UK. So I'll post the link in the chat, actually. So people can head over there after this stream and set your reminders and watch along. It'd be really cool to see loads of people there to witness the launch.
And excellent, my friend. And then you're on other shows as well today, or just that one?
Yeah. I'll tell you quickly. I've got my schedule here. So I'm on your show right now. I got the launch show at 7 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern on Red Valkyries. After that, at 11 p.m. my time, I'm on with Joe Catapano. And then after that, at midnight my time, I'm on with Global Frequency. So
man, you're a busy man.
Yeah. 4 streams today. I've never done 4 streams, but I'm excited. So I'll power through it.
Awesome. Well, I've had you on here before, Aria, when you first were launching your pre-campaign.
Yeah.
So you're even in my credits for my that I didn't play that today, but I normally have kind of like a little intro thing, but you're actually in there. So you're a friend of the show. Tell us what you think is the I know I can't look at your campaign right now, but what are you going to tell people is the best bang for the buck if you're going to support your book?
Yeah. So it's not just the book on this campaign. We've got something else. There's a whole bunch of cool merchandise. So of course I've got these really cool bundle tiers on the campaign. And if you back either of the bundle tiers, you're gonna get a massive saving on the items. I think the main feature tier, which is a 24-hour exclusive for launch day. So so anyone who gets in on that, there's going to be something exclusive there that you can only get for the first 24 hours. So make sure you get in on that while you can. And I think it's like a £5 or £6 savings. I don't know what that is in dollars. I'll have to check before we go live. But £5 or £6 savings, that's pretty good. So if you back the feature tier on this campaign, you're going to be getting everything at a discounted rate. I think it's over 10%. So the feature tier, it'll be the Red Valkyrie launch tier.
Okay. And so, Aria, in English dollars, do you know what that is going to cost people, or have you?
In English dollars?
Maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll let people do their own conversion, but
I'll have a quick look.
In pounds, how much is that? Your featured tier?
Oh, in pounds, it is £30, I think.
Okay.
I'm on the spot now without it on the screen, so
that's okay. I think pounds to dollars, it's like a pound is like $1.30. So
yeah. So Google's
does that sound about right?
Google's telling me it's about $41 for the bundle.
Apex says £6 savings. It means I lost weight. And then Lloyd, who just joined the chat, says, when is the launch? So you just remind people it's going to be Red Valkyrie tonight. And you put
Red Valkyrie, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT. There's the link. It'd be really cool if you all headed over and, set the reminder on the stream. So, you kept up to date with it. And it'd be really cool to see loads of people in the chat while we're doing it live.
Ario, remind me, what is your planned release date for TLS?
Right. So I have the delivery date set to December. Now that leaves me a wide window of room to get this done. That's just a safety net, really. I can see this coming. So the campaign will be live for 60 days, and then probably a month or two after, baggers will get it in their hands. So September, October time, hopefully. Okay.
And what's the recommended age for this book, Ari?
It's let's call it parental guidance. There is some nudity in it. There's nothing overtly sexual in this book, but there is alien nudity. So
rated AN.
So yeah, it's really there's no dirty themes or anything, and there's no swearing. So if you want to show your kids and they're mature enough, it's fine for your kids. Parental guidance, let's say.
Okay.
But yeah. But really, the target audience for this is anyone who grew up in the 80s or 90s with shows like He-Man, the Thundercats, and then later on the X-Men animated series, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's really all about that sort of classic action cartoon nostalgia.
Yeah.
And that is very much evident in the fact that this book is episodic. So it's actually 6, potentially 7 mini comics rather than just one larger story. So in each different mini comic, Taylor is in a brand new adventure facing off against a brand new bad guy. And he's using different tricks, different skills, different weapons, all that lovely good stuff. So it is like Saturday morning cartoons in that each episode is different to the last,
And you do everything on this book. Is that correct? You're
Yeah. That's
writer,
right.
artist.
Apart from, I've recently enlisted my girlfriend Neve as the colorist for Taylor's going forward. So she'll be coloring from pretty much issue 5 onwards through this book. She in the past week just surprised me with this amazing ability to color, and I've been thinking, where's this been for the past 6 years? I could have done this a lot sooner.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm excited for you, my friend. I'm definitely going to back your book. It looks like a really fun one. Something my grandkids who are like 13 and 16 could probably get into. So I think you're going to do great. You're very popular with the CG crowd. So congratulations. I know what it's like to be on launch day. Are you actually going to physically launch it during the stream? So you go live?
I want to, but I'm nervous because I've seen so many people mess it up on air, you know.
I did that on Bancroft show. It took me like 5 minutes to get it straight. So it's okay. Just think positive vibes. You'll do just fine. So Ari, are you going 30 days initially or 60 or what's your plan?
Yeah, we'll do 30 days to start off, see how it goes. Maybe I'll call it early. We don't know.
Excellent. Well, I did set BEARDZZERKER, but he didn't time off. But I think this has been about 7 minutes. So I put your Twitter link on there, so people can definitely check you out on there. And then you've got a YouTube channel too, right?
Yeah. So what you see on screen at @aria_blackness, that's my social media handle, absolutely everywhere online. So Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, @aria_blackness. You can see me on YouTube Monday with the Bargain Bin show. Jacobus is ill, unfortunately, so I'm hosting them for a little while. So yeah, Monday 8 p.m. GMT. I think that's 4 p.m. Eastern. Check it out.
Nice, buddy. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Aria. I know you have a busy day ahead, and best wishes with your launch. I'm sure you're gonna knock him dead.
Yeah.
So,
you've had me on 3 or 4 times to talk about this book before launch, so thank you very much. I really appreciate the help, Don.
Of course, my friend. You have a great day, my friend. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. So that's Aria, and I think he needs to be one of the contenders for the best hair in comics. You know, people don't talk about his hair enough. He's pretty awesome. He won the gender swap, like the hottest girl. Look. If he was a girl, he won like the top best looking girl. I think I finished like in the top 7 or something, but Aria kind of had that Euro vibe going. So anyways, we have another friend to the show in the green room. Gary, I'm going to give you a little heads up. You're going to be in the hot seat. Gary is from Wisconsin, and let's go ahead and bring him into the show. Hey, Gary, you're on mute.
Hey,
how are you?
doing all right. How you doing?
Good, man. What's life like in Wisconsin?
Beautiful. You know, we have slightly cooler days, which has been nice. So yeah,
good.
It's been
good. Gary and his friend Nathan are the creators of Vidar and Hans. And I saw that Nathan on Facebook said happy birthday to your characters. So how many years is it now?
Well, 2 years. Yeah. So we've been at it 2 years.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to pull up your campaign here.
Also,
and
Nathan says he's in the green room.
Oh, is he
you know that?
Okay. Hang on a second. I'll bring Nathan in too. Nathan, there he is. There you are. Hey, Nathan.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm okay. I was like,
buddy.
is my name not showing up? I'm freaking out, man.
Yeah, I have to scroll. There's so many people in the green room that it takes up the full my bottom, control panel. So this is great. This has been one of my fullest shows ever. So you guys have been on my show before, and I supported your Kickstarter. Are you up to working on issue 3?
Yes. Yeah. We're getting into it. We're kind of starting to get a roll here. I mean, we're just at the beginning stages in some ways, but we're excited because, we're actually starting to do some live shows and sales, which are coming up, but also B, we're kind of in in the creativity stage here. So that's been really fun.
Nice. So I pulled up your WordPress site that Nathan sent to me earlier. So you guys are in actual stores in your area, correct? And you can also get your stuff mail order. So if you folks want to visit the link that I put, you can check out Vidar and Hans. Like I said, I've got 2 of their issues. You guys sent me a beautiful print that I still need to get that framed and put it in my studio, but it's beautiful. Thank you guys again so much for that. So tell us what's going on. Let me set BEARDZZERKER here for, let me put like 6 minutes. BEARDZZERKER. Okay, there we go. So I'm pulling up your little site here. Tell us, for those that haven't heard of Vidar and Hans, what the kind of your elevator pitch.
Sure. Yeah. So basically, Vidar and Hans is kind of a combination of a lot of different things. So it takes place in small town Wisconsin, basically, and we try to make it generic enough that it could be any small town. Just because we have this thought that you know, it's awesome to have Spider-Man in New York and Batman in Gotham and stuff like that. But what about small towns? Like, don't they need superheroes too? So we kind of wanted to explore that a little bit with a Viking, Vidar, and a troll, Hans. And they dream about being first-time superheroes. So in our first issue, you just get to know who they are, and like there's lots of banter and kind of exploring local places. But in the second issue, Vidar and Hans versus Bunzilla, they actually get to be superheroes for the first time. And they're not super great at it. It's kind of a struggle, which is kind of fun to watch in a messed up sort of way, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
But there's also lots of Norse mythology too, because, you know, we have this troll, we have this Viking. The troll can do magical things like generate root crops, which everyone loves to do, is very jealous of. So yeah, it's just got a lot of different themes to it, and we try to have lots of fun with it, but there's also playing the action too in issue 2 as well. So
okay, cool. I'm going to try to pull up the bigger screen, because when I went to go share the what I was looking at, it was just sharing the kind of the shopping page. I want to share the bigger. That's still the same one. Sorry guys, let me see. This is the one I want to share. Just a second here. So your book is all ages, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we say 10 to 110, just to keep it nice and even.
And when is number 3 scheduled to come out?
Go ahead, Gary.
We're aiming for to have it out in December. I don't know, that might be a little ambitious, but we're gonna shoot for that and hopefully have it by then.
Yeah. One thing, I don't know if you saw it. We did actually send a cover image, and I can maybe try to share my screen if you'd like me to show.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let me. Whenever you have it.
Sure. Okay. I will try to do this.
So I would say, like, if issue 1 is Vidar and Hans chilling in Wisconsin, issue 2 is it's all fun and games till a big bunny shows up. Issue 3 is kind of like old school superheroes find out something's going on in Wisconsin and they want in on the action. So, you know, the accidental reunion of the old school superheroes.
How cool is that? So will this be a mini comic kind of format or comic book size? Because I like it reminds me of kind of an ash can format, the first 2 issues.
Yeah, they're all mini. They're all 5.5 by 8.5 in terms of the sizing of them.
Okay. So this is the newest one, and you guys are both like collaborate, like writing and artwork. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we both do both. Although I would say that Nathan's more of the official kind of writer skills kind of a guy. But I write poetry, so it kind of helps maybe. I don't know.
Gotcha. How did you 2 meet?
We worked together, and we had worked on a newspaper project together where it was like at a conference where it's like all, you know, every evening by midnight you have to get this newspaper out. So that was one of our getting to know each other in an intense kind of situation moments, which was
Mhm.
For sure.
That,
Yeah.
what do you guys do now? Are you employed or same job or?
Yeah, so we both work for the same ministry, and so I'm a writer by day, and he's a graphic designer by day. But we have our official LLC and stuff, and working on this project and wondering where it'll go. We don't know, but we're trying to just be excited and see what happens. So
That's great. So, do you guys know what your goal is for issue number 3? Do you have a monetary goal that you need in order to make it happen?
Yeah, I mean, we I don't know, what would you say to that? I mean, I think in a way we're doing it bit by bit and kind of learning about how this works, but I would say, I don't know, I mean, if we hit 1,500, we're definitely printing. So and then go from there.
Yeah.
Great. That's awesome.
We're always trying to work on expanding our network and stuff like this, and it feels like it's starting to take off, especially in the local town where it's based off of. But we're trying to make sure that anybody can kind of appeal to it and resonate with the whole small town vibe and just the side of, oh no,
yeah, BEARDZZERKER is back to working again. So I put your link, guys. You're on Instagram. You also have a Facebook page and your Kickstarter. Will you be on just Kickstarter this for issue 3, or do you plan on doing another?
Most probably Kickstarter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're on Etsy right now too, so you can always find us there.
Excellent. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time, and it's good to see you guys again. I hope you have a great summer. Definitely, when you launch again, message me, and we'll have you on again when you're doing issue 3. But thanks for sharing the cool images. Again, I thank you for your talents, and it's encouraging to see you guys excited and doing kind of that cool indie vibe comic book that kind of where I got started too. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. So those are the guys from Vidar and Hans. And let me go ahead and take that little banner off here. So the next person we have is somebody that reached out to me on Facebook, and that's going to be Matthew. Matthew's got he's got something cool set up. I'm not sure what to think about this. Hey, Matthew, how are you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Oh,
awesome.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
I feel like I'm in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
It's a little bit like that in a way.
That's cool, buddy. Well, Matthew is doing a new book, and it's called Bad Thoughts. I have a little link to your Kickstarter here, Matthew.
Oh,
so
great,
yeah, let me go ahead and start the timer, and then you can tell us about your book.
Okay.
All right.
So I can't draw, so I make comics this way. I make these little, it's basically like stop motion animation, but I make the characters like little cadavers, right? So their skin is made of leather, and they're filled with guts and innards and stuff like that. And whatever happens to them in the book, it's a horror book, by the way. Whatever happens to them in the book, I do to the puppet. So if something gets cut, I'll cut the leather. That's their skin there. And a lot of crazy stuff happens. So whatever happens to them, I do to the puppet. And here is a little look at one of their faces. So you can see it's a piece of leather, but I improved the design on these from issue to issue. I'm on my 3rd issue now. That's the one that's being released on Kickstarter at the moment. But I've been improving the design in the puppets and also in the set. I build these modular sets to go with it. This is part of the set for this issue 3. But they're humongous. This is half of it, and then it has a second floor to it, a front yard and a backyard to this house. I build all this stuff, but it comes apart, so it doesn't have to take up a huge amount of space. I put together the set as needed, and then I take the camera through through the story basically.
Gotcha. Cool. So, we got a little lag there, Matthew. Hey, Matthew, I have your Kickstarter. I have your Kickstarter campaign pulled up. Can I share it?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can.
I have some cool stuff on that. One of the cool things about this project is when I started doing it with this issue, and I'll keep doing it in the future. But you can actually get parts of this production. So like in this case, a couple of people lost limbs in the manner that they died, and as far as the world of the story goes, the limb is destroyed. So I sell them on the Kickstarter.
Oh, cool.
You have to get for this. You would have had to get there on the first day to get any of these. But I do still have some cool stuff otherwise that's still available now.
Okay, let me pull up.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Let's share. Yeah, let me get it pull up real quick here. So you're on issue 3, is that correct?
Yes, I'm on issue 3 right now.
And you are already well funded on this. And when does it come out?
So this Kickstarter ends July 26th, I believe, and then it'll be out.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, this is really cool.
It's already printed. It's it's ready to go. I used the Kickstarter as a means to sell, to release the book to people and to sell those the items, the special items like the guy's hands and a couple other things I had for sale.
Yeah, this looks like something out of Little Shop of Horrors. Right
oh yeah, it's pretty. It's definitely wild. It's wild. There are things in the story that are a little bit on the creepier side, but it definitely I like the stuff that's wild and crazy, and this third issue is the wildest one. I try to raise the bar each time. And each issue is also self-contained, so between those 3 books, you get 3 different stories. I make a new monster. Here's the description of each one. I think the first one, it says it's a monster tries to kidnap a little boy from his bedroom, and the second one, is like cannibal creature from space comes down and eats a couple of people at a bar.
Wow! I'm looking at your.
Oh yeah, these were the things. So if you're sticking with me through this project, every time I release something now, I'm going to make items like this available. In this case, this one was cool. Yeah, this was the piece of the monster. So like I make a bigger set, I make more characters, and monster I try to do something new, interesting with the monster every time too. This time, you can see on the other side here. This is part of the kitchen, and those are also part of the monster there. So it's like it's a plant that grows all over the place, and it's carnivorous, so it eats them and rips people apart like that. But that's not the only thing it does. It does other stuff too.
How much would somebody have to spend to get one of your actual props here?
You can see on the side what they were. I had 4 of them. The 2 hands were the hand that's one by itself was $80. The hand were 2 of them, and that also came with all the stuff that came with the book. I'm also I have T-shirts. I made a bunch of T-shirts and a couple other things. It comes with a couple other things. I also had. If you were one of the first 20 people, you got a mini comic for free. That's another thing I'm going to try to keep doing. This is a mini comic, like
that is a mini
in their
comic.
world. Yeah, so you know the first 20 people got one of these for free, and if you had also got one of those items, you would get one of them too.
That's awesome, Matthew.
Cool.
Yeah,
thanks for having me on, man. This was great. This was a lot of fun.
The timer just went off. You are a kick, man. Do you have your own YouTube channel or?
I not really. During the production of this, like I have to build all of this stuff. So after this book I ship out to people, I start building the props and all the stuff for the next issue. I stream on Twitch when I do that a little bit.
Okay.
But no, I'm mostly like on Instagram. I have a Patreon page. And I have a Facebook page. Which is where I found you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
Matthew.
if you know anybody else doing stuff like this, I'm looking to get this kind of this art form out there. I think it's if you can't draw, you can still make a comic somehow.
Definitely. That is so creative, man. I really am jazzed for that. That is
thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks for sharing your talent. I like your energy, buddy, and hopefully we can have you on again. I had a great time.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, you know what? If you're doing anything, let me know, and I'm always around.
All right. Thanks, Matthew.
All
you
right.
have a great day,
Take
buddy.
care.
Take care. Bye-bye. That's Matthew from Bad Thoughts. So that's pretty cool, man. That's the first time I've ever had anybody with kind of a photorealistic type of setup for a comic book. I like that. Okay, so next in our green room is Nicholas, who is promoting his book called The Relentless Tin Soldier on Indiegogo. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Nick in. Hey, Nick. Hi. How you doing, bud?
Good.
I think you might be muted. There you go. How you doing?
Good, real good.
Good. Where you from, my friend?
Texas.
Great. Well, I kind of saw your promo on Indiegogo, and I was immediately drawn to the artwork because you've got some pretty great talent in there. Let me go ahead and get the timer going, and tell us a little bit about yourself. What brought you to comics, and what led to this project?
I've just always been in comics since a little kid. My older brother always reading comics, and of course I just followed in his footsteps. And I've always had the idea of creating my own comic and my characters and stuff. And just with Indiegogo and crowdfunding, it was a possibility.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to share your page real quick here, so people can figure out where they can back you. Now, so you've got like people like Billy Tucci, Graham Nolan, Shelby Robertson involved in this.
Yeah.
Right? Nice.
Yes, sir.
That's impressive. Is this your first book?
It is.
Wow. That's cool. So tell us about the Relentless Tin Soldier. You want to give us a little elevator pitch on him?
Yeah, so the elevator pitch, without giving too much away, is Benjamin Pearson, a rookie cop, sets out to take on the most influential crime family plaguing Minneapolis, the Coletta family. As expected, an organization with so much influence was not going down without a fight. And to stop him, the Coletta family might just have inadvertently created the one hero that can bring their organization to a halt.
Okay, cool. He's got kind of a cool Colossus vibe to him. Yeah. Did you grow up reading like X-Men or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's really good looking artwork, man. This is your first book. This is a nice looking. What's your background? Are you are you graphics trained or?
No, not at all. The artist that did this, I actually reached out to. I found him on Facebook. His information's on there. It's the Deviant Art right there.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm just kind of scrolling, showing some of the talent that you have involved. Is
There's a list of what their their part in the book is right above that.
Gotcha. So this is an all-age book?
I wouldn't say all ages. If you look at the interior arts, there's a couple panels, probably the worst images in there where somebody's getting shot or something.
Okay. So lots of action. Kind of what did you grow up reading?
Smith.
I mean, oh, Andy Smith. Wow.
Yeah, he did an art print for me.
And this is being published through Starcross, correct?
Yes.
Nice. So how did that go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said, how did that deal come into, I mean, for someone to just come out of the gate and have a well-known publisher, I mean, Starcross has been around for like 20 years now. And that's pretty big. You know, I've seen him, they're doing like Pillow Man, they're doing Tribulation Task Force.
If you go to the very top, and click on the picture right after my main picture, it'll show the whole Starcross group. We did a big mega commission, and it's being colored right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where would I? Right here,
that little. Right there.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That's all the Starcross characters, or a lot of them.
Wow, that's
working on having it colored now.
That's impressive. So, so Nick, what's you're launching this? You've launched it, and how many days do you have left in your campaign?
I just went ahead and did it for 60 days. It's got 58 days left. I was kind of running out of my time limit for my 6 months pre-launch page. So we're still waiting on the Billy Tucci cover. I've talked to him. He's excited about it. Just he hadn't got to it just yet.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's impressive that you've got so many veterans working on this. So are you the writer and creator?
Writer and creator, yes, sir.
Okay. Nice. And what's been the reaction so far?
I've had a good reaction so far. Everybody seems pretty excited about it, and I'm just excited to see where it can go.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you too. I love the Shelby homage, and that's based on like the action #1.
Yeah,
is that correct?
One.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's so sweet. And your coloring is very, very nice.
Shelby actually colored that as well.
Did he? Okay.
He did the whole thing.
And then on the interior book, you said you've got a Dynamite colorist.
Yeah, it's Walter Pereira. He actually works does the colors for Elvira for Dynamite Comics.
Okay. And then your main artist, Sika, what's I would assume that's a guy.
Yes.
Yeah. And does he have any credits that we might know of, or?
His DeviantArt link is on there. I'm not sure that it's anything that we would know.
Okay. And then looks like you've got some original art tiers. Graham Nolan sketch, original art by J.C. Febble, where it looks kind of like a Swamp Thing-ish.
He's fighting cool. Aaron Lopresti's Garbage Man in that picture.
Oh, okay.
So that's not actually in the book. It's just a commission I had done in the original arts for sale.
Wow. That's beautiful. And then you have a raffle for a Spawn classic action figure.
Yeah, that's the Kickstarter figure he released. I bought a few of them, and I figured I'd raffle one off.
I see. Do you know how much those are worth now, or?
I don't.
Don't know. Okay. And then Andy Smith, First Man. These are great. So these are these variant covers? Or are they going to be prints or?
No, that one right there, the Andy Smith, is it was a giveaway I did for anybody that signed up on the pre-launch.
Okay, so it's gonna be a trading card.
Come with anybody that signed up. It's gonna be a print.
Okay, and then this is Mike's
first stretch goal.
Okay, trading card by Mike Miller. Okay, gotcha. And Turtles.
Yeah, it's a commission I had done. I'm a big fan of the Ninja Turtles.
That's sweet. And who did that artwork?
I'd have to look him up. I can't remember his name just off the top of my head.
That's okay. No worries. Well, hey, this looks really good, Nick. I think you're off to definitely a great start. Your book looks like it's Got a lot of action, a lot of great artwork, good story. And
just one thing I want to point out real quick is that
Sure.
the main cover, the Billy Tucci cover, is up for sale there too. I know the image isn't ready, but
it will be for sale.
That to me would be pretty exciting.
How much is that going to be?
I think about
$750. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'm sure that you'll probably be updating when you actually get the Tucci cover, so we can check it out. Is that going to be colored by your main colorist as well, or do you have somebody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Walter about it.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, Nick, thank you for your time. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, one more thing is we've got a guy that's got a Kickstarter. It's Red Talon 3. If y'all would go check it out as well.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Sean. I'm sorry, not Sean. Nick. Sean said Starcross, so I got you guys mixed up. Thanks for coming, man. Try to stay cool in Texas. I bet it's blazing hot over there.
It's been raining a lot lately, so it's kind of cooled down a little bit.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Nick. I wish you the best.
Appreciate it.
Okay. See you later. All right. That's the Relentless Tin Soldier, guys, on Indiegogo. Definitely check that out. All right. So our next guest is a gentleman that I just met on Twitter. And I'm not sure what his first name is, but we'll have to meet him here. How you doing?
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you for having me. Yeah, G.A. Lungaro is fine. That's my author name that I go with and stuff. On YouTube, it's Darth Lunga because I do a channel.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, G.A.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me. It's much appreciated.
You're welcome. You got a good broadcast voice. I like it.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm starting BEARDZZERKER here for you now. You have 7 minutes. Yeah. Do you want me to share your campaign, or would you like to share it?
I can share it. It's up to you. However you want to do it. Either way.
Probably be, let's see if I have it here. I think I put you in here beforehand, but I don't know if I've got.
I can pull it up.
Okay. But this is how they get a hold of you. You've got Rubicon Comics, right?
Rubicon Comics is my main page. In the private chat, I did put the link for the campaign. On the Kickstarter as well for you. But yeah, I want to start out right off the bat, guys. I'm gonna tell you this right now because I've done this on other shows and it makes me happy to do it. If you guys back during the 7 minutes that I'm on here, okay, I got the Gen 1 cards from the first issue of Isadora, and anyone that backs during the 7 minutes, just message me on Kickstarter, put Don Chin in there, and you'll get these cards for free with whatever tier you back. These are from the first issue. So I'll throw these in, anyone that backs during the 7 minutes. But yeah, Isadora and Immortal Chains. It's the second issue of my comic series that I started late last year. I launched it in the first issue September or August last year, completed in September, and I fulfilled by January. So now we're moving on to issue 2. So if anyone's familiar with Lovecraft mythos, it's grown so much since Lovecraft first wrote his novels many years ago. Writers and creatives since then have expanded the mythos in extraordinary directions. However, one consistent element that many of them lack for me is heroism and hope. So instead, most end in this horrendous tragedy and highlight how small and insignificant humanity is in a greater cosmos. So I felt that with what I'm trying to do here, a standout element of the series is that can be hope, even if it comes in the form of an imperfect and oftentimes transgressive character. Character who not wields great power, but using her own powers, but she's also using powers of the great old ones that are these unstoppable, unimaginable entities that can stuff out humanity in a heartbeat. So the book Isadora Immortal Chains series centered around the exploits of the central character of Isadora, a woman taken from ancient Rome just before the eruption of Mount Vesuvius to become the herald for the King in Yellow. So for the past 2,000 years, she served this role, coming to Earth periodically with the task to find and enrapture souls through insanity, bringing them Carcosa. If anyone's familiar with Lovecraft, you know it's a very bleak world, and a lot of people go crazy really easy. Well, she helps perpetuate this to bring them back to the King in Yellow. At the start of the series of issue 1, she's just freed herself from her master and uses the powers given to her as she chooses. So this choice is to punish not only the wicked, but also protect the innocent. She's also on a quest to take down the machinations of the duality of one of the great old ones, T-Yog. So I like to tell people, I call this genre Lovecraftian dark humor. So think like Silver Surfer meets Lovecraft. Wow. She's kind of a herald to the King in Yellow, similar how Silver Surfer was the Galactus, and obviously he's not the best master to serve. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of things going on here. She's come back finally, she's come periodically, but she's been away from humanity basically. She's been this herald for this great old one, and now she wants to rejoin it, and there's another underlying story underneath it.
Okay. Do you want to play your trailer?
Yeah, sure.
GA or?
I'm really proud. I'm actually really proud of this trailer. You know what though? I think I got to share the audio. I didn't share the audio when I did it.
Okay, no worries. When did your first issue come out?
I launched the campaign last year in August, and it finished in September. So, and then 3 months later, I was fulfilling in January.
Great.
So yeah, I got it up if you want to share it.
Okay. All right, let's check out Sedora.
You're sharing your StreamYard screen.
Oh, am I boomeranging this?
Is that me doing that?
Let me see your screen.
I think I'm sharing the wrong one. I was sharing the wrong one.
Oh. It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me.
It was me.
That's okay,
Here we go.
I thought I heard a little echo there. Okay, here we go. Let's do this.
My name is Isidora, and I am 2,000 years old. I know what you're thinking, not bad looking for 2 millennia. Well, let's just say a youthful appearance at my age comes at a price, and I don't mean plastic surgeon and Botox. The universe is not what you may think. It is full of monsters, the stuff of nightmares. All-powerful entities that sleep in the distant void of space and reality, many slumbering. They are called the Great Old Ones. One of these entities, Hastur and his duality, the King in Yellow, are who I must thank for my immortality. I also curse them for it. The King took me from my home in Pompeii and certain doom, just as Mount Vesuvius was erupting. He took me to dim, lost Carcosa. Here he gifted me with the immortal chains, giving me everlasting life and youth. I was to become his herald, keeper of his yellow sign, tasked to find souls to enrapture, souls to trap forever in Carcosa to feed him and his duality, Hastur. For the last 2,000 years I did this, even more years as reckoned in the Hyades. Never aging, never dying, never free, until recently. I found a way to place the king in a restful slumber. Now I do as I please. I return to Earth when Carcosa, on Lake Halys shores, mirrors a great city of man, when the veil lifts briefly and the shadows of man's thoughts lengthen in the afternoon. I come to punish the wicked, but also to save the innocent. This was my world once. Time to become part of it again. Time to find the one responsible for the eruption of Vesuvius that started all this. Oh, you thought that was just an everyday natural disaster. As I said, monsters are real.
That's a good looking trailer, man. Good job. Oh, yeah, I think you're on mute, GA. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm really proud of this, of that trailer. I put a lot of work into it. The artists put a lot of work in it, obviously. I'm the writer, just so everyone knows. I'm the writer. I have to hire out these artists, but I have an amazing set of artists. The internal sequential art is done by Alper Gekel and his partner, Serkan Sarakaya. They're from Turkey, so they do all the page art and coloring. Then I got people like Jay Espin to do a wraparound cover, Rick King to do a wraparound cover. I even got Mark McKenna. If anyone's familiar with the name Mark McKenna, he's been a 32-year veteran with DC and Marvel. And he's done something like 600 credits have his name in it, and 12,000 pages have his ink lines in it. So he did an amazing cover on here, which are really limited covers. But I do want to get this in many hands as possible. It's already hit its goal, and it's fantastic, and we've been knocking through stretch goals left and right. But to get it in people's hands, if you guys pledge the $10 reward, the basic one, which is either the Espin cover or the Vic King cover, for U.S. customers, it's $10 out the door. There's no shipping costs. So
wow.
You get back for $10 for those basic tiers, and there's no shipping for the domestic U.S.
Great. Well, that
Mark McKenna covers. There is also an option. Everyone's going to get a PDF too, so you'll be able to read 1 and 2 if you didn't back the first campaign. And there's also a collector's edition, which is issue 1 and 2, 48 pages that I'm actually remastering and getting the lettering redone for issue 1 on that one. So there's that as well too as a metal book in here. So there's tiers for everyone to hop in on this story and help this hit new heights. It's super exciting because my first campaign, I barely hit the goal. I hit 4,500 on the last day. And it covered at 2,000 the entire time and hit it on the last day. This one, I hit that $4,000 mark like not even a week into the campaign.
Good for you, man.
We've blown past it, and it's upwards and onwards for here. You just want to, just keep it growing and keep that grassroots feel going over and over.
That's awesome. Well, I think it looks great, man. I'm impressed. I love it. It looks like you got like Melania Trump to do the voiceover. That's impressive.
It's an Italian, but since she's from Pompeii, I actually found a voice actor that's Italian who does Italian and English with Italian accent, and I chose her, and it was perfect.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, well, GA, thank you for joining us, my friend. I had a great time with you, and
thank you.
I wish you the best on your campaign. You're off to a great start. Congratulations.
Have a good day.
All right. Take care. All right. So that's GA. Nice to meet him. Thank you for introducing us on, I think Critical Blast was the guy that introduced me to GA's campaign. So in our green room, we have our friend Tony from Florida, and we're going to bring him in. Tony, what's up, bud?
Hey, how are you doing, man? This is so cool. Again,
good to see you.
It's good to see you. This is just still so weird that I'm talking to Don Chin.
It's just been it was a few weeks ago that I was on Tony's podcast. We found each other on Twitter. I saw he tweeted about the Black Belt Hamsters, which was like one of my first 80s creations. And he was a big fan. So we reached out and he gave me a great interview that's on his podcast, which I'm sure you're going to tell us about. So,
well, there's two things. So yeah, that's the first thing. So I have a podcast. It's called Indie Comics Spotlight. It's part of the Comics in Motion network. And so we've got a different, pretty much every day we've got something different. So it started with Chris and Dave, these guys from England, and they started the show, and it's just was TV and movie reviews coming at it from the perspective of a comic nerd and a movie nerd. And then I was just a fan of the show, and I was writing for DC Comics News. I do reviews and stuff over there. So just through me being a nerd and them being nerds, I got to get to know them, and they had me on as a guest. And when they wanted to expand the network, they reached out and said, well, what do you want to do? Well, as a kid, I'm a big comic fan. I've got it's coffee, so I made sure I had my coffee for you today. I've always been a big superhero fan. Yep, there's my website right there, where I've been starting to blog and post some reviews there. There's one for I'm Not Starfire, and then I've got one for Catherine Valente's new book there. And the X-FARCE review should be up next week, so I should have had that up. I should have had that up this week, so it would have been like super meta. So anyway, so they reached out, and I started a show about indie comics because I've always loved indie comics best. And as a kid, Hamsters is one of my favorite comics. So that's what I do, and so that's been a lot of fun. And I've done another show on there. It's called Season's Greetings, where my friend Jack and I look at like an entire season of TV through the modern lens. We look at like classic TV through modern lens. We're doing Buffy right now. So that's a lot of fun. But through that connection, in addition to meeting Don Chin, everybody, Don Chin is right there. I'm talking to Don Chin still. Blows my mind. I met a guy called Scott Weatherly from 20th Century Geek Podcast, and he was putting together a book through Sequart organization called about Judge Dredd. And so I said, oh man, I want to be on that. So I wrote an essay for that, and that actually comes out tomorrow or in July. So the launch date is July. So starting tomorrow, there's a link on my website there, AR Farina. You can go under publications and see it there. Cover artist Sam Lotfi did the cover for it. It's called Judging Dredd. It's right under publications there.
Okay.
So, yep. And there's that amazing cover by Sam Lotfi. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I didn't know you were a Judge Dredd fan, because I am too. I used to read 2080, and did you ever get the ones that were like on newsprint that kind of looked like a tabloid?
I did not. No. I came to Dredd later in life, unfortunately. But once I got there, I was like, oh, this is the thing. And there's a short story that I published on the Fictional Cafe, and links to some of my other publications. And I'm actually
look at you.
Yeah, I'm working on a new novel, and my previous novel I'm out querying. So if there's any any agents who are like, hey, I'm looking for somebody who writes adult fiction. You've got all my contact information right there.
So Tony, you've been in the green room for most of this show.
Yeah.
Who do you like to have like as guests on your podcast? Are you
honestly, everyone, I'm writing them all down. I'm writing everybody down. Honestly, everybody has been great. This has been like a murderer's row of amazing things, and I'm gonna, now of course want to go support all their Kickstarters. And I didn't write down his name, Matthew, the guy who did the like stop motion kind of comic book. That is so clever. I've never seen anything like that. I would love to talk to him. So on Indie Comic Spotlight, that's what we do. We talk about this. So any of the people who've been on, or anybody who's watching now, who has your own comic and you want to come on, I love to help. So I'm actually currently running a promo for the guys who have the Disconauts. And then next month, my friend Gabe Chang, who's got a Kickstarter for For Molly, his final piece of For Molly. He's a Californian like yourself. So there'll be so I like to run promos for people too, just like 10 minutes. And then when their comic comes out, there's Kyle Stuke just logging in right now, who's also been on my show. He has a great show called Humming Fools, and his comic is called Evil Cast, and that's free on his website. So I got to meet him. I got to meet you. This has just been a great experience for me. So yeah, if anybody's got a comic they want to come promote, reach out to me on any of my social media or through my website. I would happily have people on. It's just been being a nerd. This has been a lot of fun.
Well, not only are you a writer, Anthony, but when I was on your show, I asked you what's Tricycle Boombox.
Right.
You have a band, right?
Sort of. Well, it's just me. So in my corner there is my ukuleles. So the deal is in the book that I'm trying to query. The book is called The Will. So it's my wife and I were walking on a beach one day, and we saw a guy like on a life-size tricycle, and he had a big boombox in the back, and I was like, oh, that'd be the great band name, Tricycle Boombox. And so then when I was writing this book, The Will, one of the characters, I wanted to have a character who is in a ukulele kind of multimedia ukulele band, so I just named it Tricycle Boombox. And so then my wife bought me the ukuleles, and it was like, so now I am Tricycle Boombox, even though the character exists in my novel. So yes, if you go to my website, you can get a link to one of my songs I wrote there. And I've written a few with a friend of mine, Wally Pleasant, and you can get some links to his stuff too. So I'm not really a band, it's just me. I'm working on some theme songs for some of the podcasts too. It's just silly. I'm a terrible singer. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm not even going to pretend I'm any good. But so that's what Tricycle Boombox means. You are one of the handful of people who've asked. Most people are like weird Twitter name, but yeah, it's the fictional band in my novel that has now become real. So it's this full circle of ukulele fun.
I can say I knew you win.
Yeah, right. When Tricycle Boombox blows up. No, but it's so anyway. That's what that means. And I've actually got a shirt. My wife made me a Tricycle Boombox shirt, which I thought when I wore today, I would have a better angle on it, but there it is.
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have these for sale or not?
No. Well, right now there's only been 2 in existence. I own one and my wife owns the other. I don't remember where we got them, so I'll have to figure out if we can put them out there. If people want Tricycle Boombox shirts, I'm sure I'll add them to my website. That would be amazing. You're
awesome. Well, your stuff looks so professional. Everything is, just professionally designed. You're a great writer. I'll definitely check out your Judge Dredd book. And folks, please subscribe to Anthony's podcast. The links are on his AR Farina site, and you can that's pretty much his hub for everything Anthony, right?
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Go there. You can subscribe to everything there.
All right, buddy. Well, it's good to see you again.
Oh, good to see you again. It's still the 13-year-old me is still freaking out that I'm talking to Don Chin. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Anthony. Take care, buddy. All right. Bye-bye. He's got great energy, Anthony. Yeah, if you want to hear like an hour and a half interview with Anthony and I, just go to his Comics in Motion podcast and look through the links, and you can hear us talk about hamsters and BEARDZZERKER and all sorts of stuff. So we have a few more people in the green room. Will, you're going to be up next. And I think Will is he's broadcasting from his I don't think he's in his car, but he might be broadcasting from his phone. So let's see how that looks. Hey, Will, you're on mute. There you are. How you doing?
Pretty good. You're
a little bit robot-y, but we'll try to work through that. Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, we can hear you audibly. Your audio is fine, but your video is a little sketchy. But we'll get through this. So, how you doing, Will?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually on my lunch break from work. I install security systems for a living. That's kind of why you got all the van stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. So, where are you from?
I'm actually out of Kansas, Pittsburgh, Kansas,
okay.
right there near the Four Corners.
Okay. So, Will, I have a little pre-link if people want to check your campaign out. So let me pull up your Kickstarter so we can share it. Give us the name of the campaign again.
It's Heel Turn number 1.
Okay, Heel Turn.
Heel
Let's check
Turn.
that out.
As in a heel, which is it's a wrestling term for bad guys.
Okay. There we go. It says Pro Wrestling meets Dexter, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me go ahead and share that. Do you have a trailer that we should watch, or?
Yeah, there should be a trailer right there on there that you can go ahead and play right off the bat.
Okay. So, guys, let's go ahead and check out Will's trailer to Heel Turn, and then we can ask him about any questions on it. Okay, so hang on just a second. Let me go ahead and play this.
Hey guys, I'm Will, writer and co-creator of the new mini comic series Heel Turn. Heel Turn is about the life of a guy named Ethan Johnson. Ethan works a 9-to-5 job just like everybody else, but on the weekends, he puts a mask on and he entertains his fans as the Archangel of Extreme, Ethan Edwards, an independent professional wrestler. But the side that people don't know about Ethan is truly a sadistic serial killer. Hey, everybody needs a hobby, right?
Yeah, that's a cool high energy trailer, Will. Good job.
Appreciate it.
So, is the main character, you say he's a serial killer, does he just go after anybody, or does he kind of go like in the Dexter mode? Does he go after those kind of in a vigilante type style?
A little bit of both. Basically, Ethan had a troubled youth and came from an abusive family from his father and stuff like that. So basically, anybody that he seems that has done him wrong, whether it be a individual, a fan because he's a professional wrestler, he's supposed to be a good guy in the ring, but not everybody likes the good guys. Just anybody that does him wrong, he just kind of gets fixated on him. It clicks trigger, and once he gets that trigger clicked, lack of a better term, all hell breaks loose, and they don't live to see another day.
Well, I think the artwork looks great. Jim O'Reilly, who's a very good artist in his own right, he made a comment. He says, great use of lighting. Is this your first project, Will, or have you done others?
Yeah, so I'm the actual writer. This is my very first comic. I have had a failed Kickstarter once before for a novel. I wound up actually still producing it just on my own as an indie publisher through Amazon. It was a zombie book, but this is my entry into comics. This idea was actually designed to be a novel, but I thought the visual aspects of comics would make it be a lot better. I was able to find a artist. His name, I always butcher it. I just call him Rios. He's from Brazil.
Okay.
He's a marketing guru. this is his very first ever sequential comic that he's ever done.
Yeah,
he does
looks
storyboards and stuff for marketing, but this is his first time ever doing a comic.
And is he the colorist too, or?
No, the colors is a company called Bees Studio. They're out of India. It's a group of guys. Great. They actually colored Killaroo that was on Kickstarter not too long ago. And they've colored numerous other stuff. But I was able to be fortunate enough to just find a group of people. That variant cover is actually going to be colored by Jeremy Kahn. It is not finished, just because we have rewards that are variant covers. Actually, if you scroll up, it's near the top for a bigger picture.
Yeah,
but
the one with the hammer.
We do have, yes, sir.
Yeah.
We do have rewards where you can actually be drawn into that crowd. That's why it's not finished.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool.
Because all those people up there, the potential, we're going to have different contests. We have reward levels. You can be drawn into this crowd. So the basic coloring is done, but obviously we still got some lighting and some stuff to do, but we can't do that until the end of the campaign.
Gotcha.
We just launched on Saturday evening, and we actually have done fairly decent. I think I checked right before, and I'm like right at 31% funded with 26 days, I believe, left to go. So we could definitely on the right track. We still got a way to go, but we're on the right track for it. And
yeah,
I feel it's going to be pretty fun. It mixes my love of professional wrestling, my background in professional wrestling, with the writing, and then I've always been a fan of horror and serial killers. So why not put them all together and make something you love?
Yeah, that's pretty cool concept, man. Because I like Dexter, and I've been away from wrestling, but it seems like it's definitely had a resurgence. I mean, I come from everybody knows The Rock. I used to watch The Rock's dad wrestle back in the 70s. But your book is when are you planning on releasing it if you hit your goal?
So it is 100% finished already. And if we hit our goal the day we end our campaign, and everybody is as the backers get completed and all that stuff, once we get the notification from Kickstarter, we're going to send out digital rewards immediately.
Cool.
My goal is, as soon as Kickstarter releases those funds, send it to the printer, because we already have everything ready to go. I'm already working on getting some of the rewards in, just because I want some extras that are not Kickstarter exclusive to have on tables. So my goal is, hopefully by the end of September, if everything works and it gets funded, end of September, hopefully all of my backers will have their rewards in hand. There might be one or two that might be delayed depending on what level, just because we are doing a couple of customs, like the variant cover that has a little delays in there. And then we've got a meat grinder, or a meat hammer, tenderizer hammer, that there's only one rewards section for it, and we're only making 15 of them total, but they're going to be custom wood burned into the handles. So things like that will delay a little bit. 90% of the stuff will be ready by September.
That's great. I love the creativity, man. Well, thank you so much, Will, for reaching out to me and letting me introduce you to our audience. You look like you're on your way to making a really entertaining comic book. I got to ask you though, before you go, who's the best wrestler in your opinion of all time?
Of all time, I can't pick one. I can pick one of each era. I've always been a fan of Undertaker and Sting, given my era. I grew up watching it in the 90s. But if I had to go all time, I mean, realistically, somebody like a Harley Flair, Ric Flair, Harley Race, if I'd stop mixing their names, as an all time. But then you definitely have to rank guy. I've come from a background. I used to do stuff behind the scenes on independent wrestling, so I look at things. Are we talking in ring? We're talking putting butts in seats and selling tickets. Everybody's got their own forte, and I've got pretty much my favorite in all of these realms. But overall, I would definitely say the Undertaker for sure is my top favorite. Cool. And then obviously I like Lucha, so I'd say Rey Mysterio, because that's why I got a mask on there, is for the Lucha side.
Not cool, man. Well, thank you for your time, my friend. I hope you have you're able to still eat your lunch, and I wish you the best with your campaign.
I appreciate it. And next time I'll try to be on where I have a little bit more stable connection.
No worries. You were fine. Take care, Will.
Right. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right, that's Will Peden. Thanks, Will. You can definitely check out his campaign, and we have another friend of the show here. Hex, you're going to be next, my friend. Hey there.
Hey,
how you doing, bud?
Hey, Don. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. How's life?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
Are you on a treadmill?
No, I'm on a bouncy ball.
It's the first time for everything. It's probably good for your back, I would imagine. All right, my friend, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set the timer for 7 minutes. And so, Hex, you were just on with Mike on my last show from Life on Korra. So your book is Nephilim Squadron, correct?
Or Nephilim Squadron.
Nephilim. Okay. Let me go ahead and share that screen here. There we are. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
So tell us what's going on with your book, my friend.
Yes. This book, this campaign is for chapter 1 of Nephilim Squadron. It's a 32-page black and white sci-fi spectacular, and it's currently in demand on the Indiegogo store. But today is the last day to back it, because I'm shutting it down tonight.
Wow. Yeah, I got in on your I think I got in on the comic and pinup. That's a really good price. You can't go wrong with $8 for your book, and then shipping. I think you were pretty reasonable as well.
Yeah, it's pretty low for domestic and variable for international. So this is your plan is a black and white book. Is that correct for now? Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then looks like it's got some cool sci-fi elements. I think you mentioned sea monkeys to me in one tweet we had.
Yeah. There's a big sea monkey swarm, but they're called shroom dragons. Those crazy-looking flying creatures.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, my friend. So what kind of influenced you as a creator?
Oh, I have a mess of influences, ranging from manga to just the mainstream Marvel and DC, to small publisher stuff like Comico, First Comics, Aircell, and even got some funny animal. I got in on the funny animal craze in the early mid '80s for a little bit too.
I was gonna say I had previously I had you in my links on how people could contact you and your campaign, but I deleted them not knowing you were going to be on today. So if you want to, feel free to share in the private chat how people can reach you. But Nephilim Squadron, I'll go ahead and put the link to it in the chat here so people can check it out. Here we go. That should work right here.
Excellent.
Okay, so you guys should see the link to back the campaign. This is the last day, and then after that, are you actually shutting it down, or are you in demand?
It's in demand currently. It's shutting down, closing.
Okay.
As I finish up production and design and get talk with the printer about proofs next month. Oh my God, it's already July. July. Pretty much already July. And so I'm closing this one, and we'll hopefully have fulfillment going later in the month.
Good for you, buddy. And I like all the cool trading cards that you've got. So you're all the way up to let's see, we've got Simon Sim, Passion for Drawing, Russ Leach, Preston, Jason Bascom, Jay Krager, Miriam. Wow, that's incredible. So how close are you to 4,000? Are we close?
I'm $36 away from 3,000. So the Jason Krager's one is still locked.
I got you. Okay.
If you want,
let's get that one.
Yeah, if you want one of his trading cards of my characters, you better get it.
That's pretty sweet.
It doesn't look like we'll reach the 3,500, 4,000, but that's okay because this campaign is just like a tester campaign.
Yeah. So here's some of the ones that you've got in progress from different.
Those are the unlocked cards, and that's what you'll be getting if you back either of the sketch card tiers. I have a commission sketch card of any pop culture fictional character of your choice.
That's a great idea, man.
And also have a tier with the Nephilim Squadron character sketch cards.
Let me make you big. Let me make you big here.
Yeah, there's one. I made a whole bunch of them, and if you're interested, some of them are like I couldn't stay within the frame because I'm kind of work loose and crazy.
Cool, man. Great.
Oh yeah, and people.
Well, Hex, you are definitely a go-getter. I see you out there promoting yourself, and I think you are a great example for creators, and you know how to hustle, man.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of grinding.
building up that organic campaign. It takes a lot of time and energy.
Oh yeah.
What are we looking at right here? Is this a piece by you?
Yeah, that's a painting I did in Photoshop, based on a sketch I did, and it's one of the characters from my mobile game, Shield Net Sword, and I put some artwork on this campaign from that, but I removed it because I needed to focus more on the book. But people will still get that artwork who backed those tiers earlier.
Nice. And then this is kind of a little intro about yourself. And yeah, definitely, folks, go out and check out Hex's campaign while you can. And then what's next for you, my friend?
Oh, yes. Next is I'll be launching a new campaign, Nephilim Squadron Volume 1. It's Volume 1 of Nephilim Squadron, which is chapters 1 through 3 in color in an 80-page graphic novel. And that's launching July 17th. I just dropped the sign-up link in there. If anyone's interested, please sign up.
Okay, cool, man. Let me
special trading card.
Awesome. So, Hex, anything else you want to say before we?
Perfect timing. Well, thanks for having me on, and I really appreciate all the time you put in. And yeah, we're all in this together.
Amen, my friend. Well, I'm excited for you. I hope things are going well. And
I'll be streaming also streaming tonight, starting 9 p.m. Eastern, doing a closeout stream on my channel, all the way up until 3 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Feel free to post your YouTube channel link. I think. Okay, it's in there. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, Hex,
I'm spamming you today.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate you, and hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right, chat. Thank you,
chat. Don't fall off the bouncy ball.
No, that's it for my back if I do.
All right. See you later, buddy. All right. That's Hex with Nephilim Squadron. We have one more guest in the green room, and we'll go ahead and bring him in. Hey there. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Don? How you doing?
Good to see you. Yeah, I do. I do see. Aren't you? What is your first name? Your name looks so familiar.
My name is Michael Gonzalez.
Michael. Hey, Michael. How you been?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Good. How do people get a hold of you?
Well, I have a website, rainyroadmedia.com. If you want to go there, I have a newsletter. I put out a bunch of stuff. Cool. And I'm starting a Kickstarter. It's easy to remember, 7/7 Book of Legend. It's July 7th. It's we're going to start the Kickstarter for printing the. It's an anthology. It's 52 pages, 9 stories. It's already complete. It's ready to go. Once the project is fulfilled, knock on wood, it is fulfilled. I mean, it's we meet our goal. We'll send it right out.
Is there anything you want to share, like either?
Yeah, I have preview I sent to you, the link right now.
Let's check it out. Hang on.
If you want to take a look at it.
Is this your, how many books have you done before, Michael?
This will be well, I've done several digitally. If you go on Comixology or Comic House, I have a bunch of books on there. This will be the third printed book. I first did this graphic novel. It's called Neotheric.
Okay,
I did that last year.
Let me make you big here real quick so you can show that again. Can you show it?
Okay, so this is the graphic novel I did last year. It's called Neotheric. It's 92 pages. You can get this on Amazon or also on this upcoming Kickstarter. I'll be offering it there because they still have copies of it. We just fulfilled this book, this horror comic called 6-8. This went out, actually, I mailed these out on Saturday, and I think probably everybody's got them by now. That will also be available on this Kickstarter. And so if you want to take a look at the...
You're a busy guy.
I'm trying to. Well, I'm unemployed because of all this stuff that's been happening.
Sure.
And so I'm taking this opportunity to try to really push things because, like I said, I got a lot of this stuff was already done a long time ago. This book here was actually 2 anthologies. If you go on Comixology, it's called Ashcan Anthology #1 and #2. And those were in black and white. And I've had those up there for a couple of years now. So this has been a long time in the making.
Gotcha.
But, so now I'm just, I found a guy on Twitter a couple of years ago. His name is Ace. He goes by the name of Ace Wheelie. And he did the coloring for most of the stories for me.
Nice.
So most of these are done by him. So this printed book will be all of those stories in color for the first time.
Yeah. I see you mentioned like kind of in the style of 2000 AD.
Yeah, so the first 4 stories that you'll see there, Love Conquers All, High Stakes Game, The Blessed, Sam and Sarah's Fairy Tale, those were written in the tradition of 2000 AD's Future Shocks, which are 4-page sci-fi stories with an ironic twist.
Gotcha.
And
I love that.
Then the next 5 stories were, what I wanted to do was concentrate more on developing like unique characters and exploring the whole myth of the hero, the good versus evil in different genres and, different styles and all this kind of stuff. So like the Born from Above you see there, that's like the classic sort of, like Superman kind of based on Greek myth kind of story between a good guy and a bad guy. So all of them, it goes through different genres. The next one has like vampire. It's like a future, sort of like a Blade Runner kind of thing. We got vampires, androids, all this kind of stuff. And Silent Night.
Something for everyone. Yeah, man.
The Silent Night is my homage to G.I. Joe 21, Silent Interlude. So it's like a ninja stuff. That's done in kind of like a manga style art. So it's different art styles, different kind of stories, but the general theme is, heroes, different types of superheroes and the different genres. And
you said Rainy Road Media is where you can
RainyRoadMedia.com. I also have on Facebook is where I post a lot of stuff is Rainy Road Comics on Facebook. And so I'll be offering the PDF for $5. Just the book, if you want just the book, it's $15. That includes shipping in the USA. And then I offer a little bit more expensive tier that has other stuff in it. Comes with the book, comes with the PDF. It comes with the sticker set, all of these stickers. They're from the different characters and some of the stories. There's 8 different ones. I also came up with this. It's like on the backer boards, it'll have the characters and a synopsis of the story and kind of a background of it.
Wow. Great idea.
And this will be printed right on the backing board.
Sweet.
And this is something that you'll only get on this. It's not in the book. It's not anywhere else. This is the only place you'll get stuff like this. So I just thought it'd be like a cool little extra thing to add to the campaign. And then there'll be a metal trading card similar to this one. and it'll be of the cover of the book. So
yeah, I think it's right here, right?
yeah, that one right there. That it'll be a card just like that. And like I said, so there's and like I said, there'll be other. I'll be offering the other previous books if people want to get in on those. And some of these are extremely limited in the printing because.
Oh wow, you got some Lucas Meyer. I just got my Sovereign Wolf sketch from him, from Eddie Winkler. So,
yeah, he did the story called 21 Guns, which is actually based on a true story about my granduncle who was killed in the Korean War.
wow.
So I got
that's cool, Michael. This
Thank
looks
you.
like a real labor of love, and just, you know, got a lot of variety here. Ace Wheelie, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Must be a Kiss fan, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he calls himself that, but
Okay.
but
And
he
then-
did me a great favor. He did the coloring on almost all the stories for a really good price for me, just as to help me out and stuff. So
Yeah,
I really
look
owe
at
him a lot.
That price is great. How many pages is the Book of Legend?
Yeah, that's for an additional copy. So
Oh, okay.
that's an add-on. So
Oh,
if
I
you
see. Gotcha.
So from the original, if you just want one book, it'll be 15, but that includes shipping. But if you want to just add on one more copy, you can get it for $10, and there's no additional charge for shipping.
That's beautiful.
And that's what you get. And you can get the Neotherapy graphic novel. That's just $20, no additional charge for shipping. And then I have the 6-8 horror books down below that you can also add on.
Cool, buddy. Wow. Lots of cool stuff, guys. I'm glad you came on, my friend.
Well, I'm glad you let me come on.
Yeah, I think so. Folks, definitely check out Michael's offerings here on Kickstarter. And you said you're launching this on the 7th?
Yeah. Real easy to remember. 7/7 Book of Legend. It rhymes.
7/7. There you go. Just like your name says right there. Cool,
Yeah.
buddy. All right. Well, I think that's about it. Everybody, I don't see anybody else in the green room, and we almost are coming up on an hour and 45 minutes. We see Herrenberg's in the chat. Good to see you, Herrenberg. And Alex is in the chat. Anyways, we're talking about sports here. Well, Michael, thanks again for joining us, and I wish you the best with your project, buddy.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, take care, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, guys. So before I forget, I did say I was going to give a drawing to somebody that retweeted my channel stream. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube. We just hit over 2,000 people last week. And so I put a little thing on my Twitter that we were going to do a drawing. So let me go ahead and show you what we got here. Let's see here. So we have about 10 different comic books that I worked on, and somebody's going to get all these signs. You're going to get not this X-FARCE, which has the baby diaper on it. That one's by Rob Willis. Okay, so you're going to get a cool Spider-Man from Parody Press. You're going to get Fart Wars. You're going to get Enchanter, which I did back in the 90s. You're going to get a cool copy of the most recently released X-FARCE Reloaded. You're going to get Enchanter from Eclipse Comics, 1987. This is actually drawn by Mike Drigenberg, who went on to work on Sandman. You get a Bill Mouse Nera X color book that I edited. You're going to get a Zen novella that I wrote with Bill Mouse artwork. You're going to get a copy of Fudang, Clown with a Gun, which comes with a polybagged balloon. And you're going to get a couple issues of Stargate that I worked on. So somebody out there is going to get this. And so the way that we're going to work it is that my wife, Laura, went ahead and cut out some numbers today. And so I'm going to, let me share my, my screen here real quick. I've got my Twitter page, and okay, so you guys can see my this was what everybody retweeted in order to get into this drawing. So we had like about 30 30 plus people that have retweeted. So I retweeted it too. So if I win, I'm going to redraw. So let's go ahead and shake this up a little bit. And then I'm going to count whatever number I pull, I'm going to count downwards. And that's the person that's going to win all these comic books. So my wife wrote down the number 5. So you guys can see that. Okay, so number 5 on the retweets would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, somebody named John F. was the person that retweeted me. And John F., I'm going to reach out to you and get your shipping information. And you're going to get all those comic books sent to you. And congratulations. Hopefully you'll watch this on a repeat, or if you're in the crowd, I appreciate it. And you're going to get all these cool comics. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for me. I actually am late for a Zoom class that I have to do for my other job. So I got to get going to that. And I got to go take care of the dogs that are probably waking up upstairs. But I had a great time. I hope that you guys did too. I had a wonderful time. So we're going to go ahead and call this a day. Thank you for everybody that made this show fun again. Please support all those books that we talked about. Lots of cool stuff that I wasn't aware of. That's one thing that I like about our show is that we have, you've probably seen some of these creators around, but we have a lot of people that are kind of over on the Kickstarter platform that I'm not really familiar with until we bring them on the show. And then you just look at their stuff and you go, that's so cool. So Anthony, thank you for being here. Alex, thank you. You're right. We don't like those Dodgers. They beat my Giants up pretty bad this week. So, but we're still in first place. So that's not a bad thing. Jim O'Reilly, again, thank you, Jim. Looking forward to working with Jim on a future project. But I had a great time, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. And I'll close you off with a little humor here. Let's see what we can find that would make it fun for you. Let's play. I'm going to play. I always like to play the slap chop rap, but there's another one that he did too. Okay, he did the ShamWow. Here we go, a little ShamWow rap.
I can't live without it. I just love it. Oh my gosh, It's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house. Damn wild if you say wow, 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 damn wild if you say wow. Towel doesn't work well. The sport's wet, won't you rock? Look at this. It just does the work when you want to work twice as hard. Doesn't drip, doesn't make a mess, bring it out. Doesn't drip, doesn't make a mess, bring it out. Doesn't drip, doesn't drip, doesn't drip, doesn't drip, doesn't drip, bring it out. Olympic divers, they use it as a towel, yeah, completely dry. Divide it in half, use one as a back mat. Put it in a white sweater, roll it up, you black sweaters. Damn wild if you say wow, damn wild if you say wow, damn wild if you say wow. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house, the boat, the arm. Here's some cola, wine, coffee, cola. Head stain, not always a damage, gonna be appalled. There's your milk, that's gonna smell to that. I wanna do this in real time. Look at this, put on a spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. The color starts to come up. No other towel's gonna do that. It acts like a vacuum, and there's a work in the dry at the bottom. See what I'm telling you? Damn wild if you say wow. 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 This is for the house, the boat, the arm. This is for the house, the This is for the house. This is for the house.